Heels in the cold and snowy conditions. So we have posture expert Dr. Liza in here today with some tips and tricks for still looking good, but also being safe while you do so. And this is a big issue around this time of year.
It's a huge issue. So the American Osteopathic Association actually ran a study and looked at hospital visits in the U.S. from 2002 to 2012.
Okay.
And they found that over 123,000 patients came in with high heel related injuries. So to go into the hospital in the U.S. is a big deal, and 20% of those injuries were actually fractures.
Wow.
So it's not just about the pain from high heels, it's about breaking bones.
Because there's a lot of injuries that you can have. You think of the fractures right away, but I've worn heels out in the cold and then ached for days.
Exactly. So you have that pain. You have people who've torn ligaments in their knees. So that's without the fracture. That's the rest of the 80%. And during the holiday period, that number actually spiked. So there was a higher prevalence of injuries during the holiday season. So that's why I'm here today. So one of the things that we see most of the time, and that's why you have a lot of fractures, is actually falls from high heels. The reason for that is the slippery bottoms. So although you might want to rock some leopard print heels for the holidays, the slippery bottom means that you can easily slip. And the stiletto heel means you don't have as much balance. When you add to that slippery outdoors, if you're going to wear them outdoors, and people drinking and spilling drinks, you can see how that's a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah.
So your fun night out could lead to broken bones and you could be in the hospital. Not so fun, right? So what I did with my shoes is, so these are the Dr. Liza pumps.
Right.
And one of the features that was extremely important for me was to make sure that you don't have that sliding. So I actually put rubber at the bottom of the shoes.
Oh, check out the bottom there. Okay.
Yes, so even the other day when I went out, I was walking in the snow and I wasn't slipping because of the rubber. So it has a rubber and it has grip. And then also a chunkier heel. So with the chunkier heel, you have greater stability. Your balance is a little bit off when you're drinking. So even like if you look at those beautiful sparkly stilettos.
Right, these guys right here.
So beautiful, but so hard to walk in because it doesn't give you much of a base of support. So by getting a heel that's a little bit thicker and with a grip on the sole, you're not going to have the risk of falling. So that's the big one. Those are the 20% of fractures usually due to falls.
Okay.
And also second-party injuries, so stepping on people with stiletto toes. Right? So you're not just hurting yourself, you're possibly hurting other people.
Yeah, nobody wants to take a stiletto to the top of their foot, right?
Exactly. And next is possible pain, right? So you want to wear a heel that's comfortable. So if you don't want to wear a stiletto, you can wear something balanced with support inside, or you could wear a wedge. So you can still get sparkly wedges. This might not be as party friendly, but you know, you'll be able to dance all night in them. The other thing you want to do is, say you are going to a New Year's Eve party and you are dancing all night or you're walking from party to party, you might want to bring a pair of shoes that you can actually walk outside in and then change into your heels when you get to your destination.
That's a great tip. I've seen some people even carry around flats in their bag. So when they're dancing throughout the night and then I see them slip into flats halfway through the night just to save their feet.
Absolutely. So those flats are great, but a lot of times the ones that fold up don't have any support, so you get the foot pain and they're still actually slippery at the bottom, so you have the people still wiping out.
Okay.
So imagine a drink spilled, a marble floor, recipe for disaster.
That totally makes sense. And now walk us through when someone's out shopping, just looking for the perfect heel, because a lot of people say, well, if they're sensible, they're not going to be attractive.
They are. Well, as you can see from these shoes, you can be very sensible and also attractive. So if you want something a little bit funner, choose something with a brighter color, and it can still have the heel, but just make it a little bit thicker so that it's not a stiletto. The pointed toe shoes tend to press your toes forward, and that can aggravate bunions and actually create bunions. So looking for a nice almond toe. And people say, oh, they're not fashionable, they're not attractive, but studies have shown that men, out of all the toe shapes, actually prefer almond toe the best and find the almond toe heel to be the sexiest heel.
Really?
Yeah, okay. So that's coming from men.
Tips from men. They like the almond toe. You know what, as a lady, I also quite like it as well, and that's what's most important. And these, you know, it doesn't just have to be a holiday party. You can wear these at work as well.
Exactly. So these can go from work to your party. This you can wear during the daytime because they're so comfortable, and you can also wear them even as a mom. If you're hanging out with your kids and you have to lift them up, you're fully balanced in these shoes, so you can even wear them doing that as well.
Maybe you can chase after the kids as well. Now, you brought in a couple options here, but there are more options online?
So right now we have the 4 colors.
Okay.
There'll be more options in the new year, and even a 2-inch version that's going to feel like you're wearing running shoes throughout the day.
Okay, what's the website for that?
So it's drlizashoes.com, and actually we're doing a Boxing Week sale right now. So if you go online,